Chosen one, this message didn't find you by accident. God led you here for a reason. You've been through relationships, friendships, and connections that left you bruised in spirit and guarded in heart. You've been praying, asking why the people you loved the most were the ones who hurt you the deepest. But God says, the one coming next is not like the last one. What's ahead is divine restoration, a connection that won't drain you but will help you heal. This next person will not be sent to test you, but to teach you what real love, real peace, and real partnership feel like. So open your heart, chosen one, because God is about to rewrite the part of your story that broke you. Before we dive deep, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because this message isn't just content, it's divine confirmation for the chosen ones. And a heartfelt thank you to everyone who's been supporting through Super Thanks. God bless you richly. Your presence and faithfulness never go unnoticed. If your spirit feels this word, type 77 in the comments right now. That number isn't random. It's a sign of divine completion, a symbol that God is finishing what He started in your heart. You're stepping into a season where what broke you will be healed by what's coming next. Not everyone will make it to the end of this message. Only the truly chosen. Those who stay will gain clarity, healing, and divine revelation about the person God is sending to restore what the last one damaged. This isn't just a video, it's a living word. Watch it again when your spirit leads you, because each time another truth will rise showing that God never forgot your heart. He's preparing it for something sacred. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The last one was part of your training, chosen one. The pain from your last connection wasn't punishment, it was preparation. That heartbreak, that betrayal, that sudden silence, it all had divine purpose. Every unanswered call, every broken promise, every lonely night served as training ground for your next chapter. You had to learn how to love without losing yourself, how to give without being drained, and how to walk away without bitterness. You didn't go through that season to become cold. You went through it to become clear. You see, God allowed that person to enter your life not to bless you, but to build you. They were a mirror reflecting the hidden wounds you tried to ignore. The insecurities, the attachments, the desire to fix what wasn't yours to fix. It wasn't about them breaking you. It was about God revealing what within you still needed His healing hand. That relationship was never meant to last. It was meant to wake you up. It shook your illusions, shattered your fantasies, and forced you to face yourself in ways comfort never could. Sometimes God lets you meet the wrong person so you can discern the right one. You had to experience manipulation to value honesty. You had to face inconsistency to recognize loyalty. You had to feel invisible so you could appreciate being seen. And you had to endure temporary pain to understand the eternal kind of love that only God can orchestrate. That heartbreak was heaven's classroom. And though it felt like your world ended, your spirit was quietly expanding. Every tear was watering a new version of you. Every lonely night was reshaping your character. Every disappointment was strengthening your discernment. They thought they broke you, but they really birthed a new version of you. You learned to guard your energy, to protect your peace, and to stop romanticizing potential. You learned that love shouldn't hurt more than it heals. You learned that someone who truly cares will bring you calm, not confusion. You now understand that love isn't meant to drain you. It's meant to develop you. You no longer crave attention. You crave alignment. You've stopped begging to be chosen because you finally realized you already are by God. And though you once questioned your worth, you now walk with quiet confidence. The same heart that was once desperate for validation is now anchored in divine identity. You've learned that rejection was God's redirection. You've learned that closure doesn't always come from an apology. Sometimes it comes from acceptance. You've learned that the ending wasn't meant to destroy you, but to position you. The pain wasn't wasted, it purified you. It stripped you of illusions so you could finally see truth. Chosen one, the last one, was part of your spiritual boot camp. You've walked through the fire and came out refined, not ruined. What once triggered you now teaches you. What once hurt you now humbles you. You've been prepared to recognize a love that won't confuse your soul, a love that speaks life and not lack. So when the one God sends arrives, you won't hesitate or second guess. You'll simply know, because now you love from wholeness, not from wounds. You attract peace because you've become it. You attract stability because you've built it. Chapter 2. God had to remove the wrong one to make room for the right one. For a long time, you kept asking why someone had to leave, why things had to fall apart, why a connection that felt so real ended so painfully. You replayed the conversations in your mind, questioned your worth, and wondered if you did something wrong. But chosen one, God saw what you couldn't. He saw what was happening in the spirit before it showed up in the physical. He saw that their heart was not pure toward you. He saw that their love had conditions, that their loyalty had limits, and that their presence was blocking your progress. Sometimes God has to break your heart to save your soul. He saw the deception you couldn't detect, the instability you kept ignoring, and the distraction you mistook for love. You kept praying for that relationship to work, not realizing it was never supposed to. It wasn't that you weren't enough, it's that they weren't assigned. You were trying to hold on to someone who was only meant to be a lesson, not a lifetime. God had to step in because you wouldn't let go. And when He removes someone, it's not cruelty, it's mercy. The reason the last one left so suddenly was because they were taking up space reserved for the one God actually ordained for you. They were occupying emotional territory, meant for your divine partner. You kept feeding what was draining you. But God said enough. He shut the door because He knew your heart wouldn't. He ended the chapter because He knew you'd keep rewriting it. You saw loss, but God saw liberation. You thought it was over, but heaven saw a beginning. When God says no, it's not rejection, it's protection. It's His way of saying, I love you too much to let you settle. That ending you cried about was divine redirection. You weren't being abandoned. You were being aligned. God knew that if you stayed, you'd shrink. You'd start compromising your standards just to be understood. Lowering your light just to be loved. He couldn't. Allow that, because you carry purpose too. Precious to be attached to someone who doesn't recognize it. Don't try to reopen a door that heaven locked. Don't chase what God dismissed. Don't romanticize a past that nearly destroyed you. Chapter 3. The one coming next is being prepared too, chosen one. While you've been healing, praying, and learning to stand again after everything that tried to break you, God has been working behind the scenes, not just in your life, but in the life of the one He's preparing for you. You are not the only one who's been in isolation, wondering why it felt like everyone you loved walked away. You are not the only one who cried out for understanding, asking why your heart had to go through so much pain before finding peace. The one coming next, the one divinely chosen for you, has been walking through their own transformation, their own season of stripping, surrender, and spiritual awakening. They too have faced heartbreaks that left them questioning their worth. They've had moments where they loved the wrong people, trusted the wrong hearts, and gave too much to those who never deserved their light. But just like you, those experiences were not meant to destroy them. They were meant to purify them. God has been refining their character through pain, teaching them how to love not from fear or ego, but from wholeness and faith. While you were in your wilderness, God was training you to love differently, not from your wounds, but from wisdom. And at the same time, He was doing the exact same thing in them, because divine connections can't exist between broken people who refuse to heal. They only thrive when two restored souls are ready to meet with purpose. This is why God separated you both for a season, so He could fix what was fractured, rebuild what was lost, and prepare both hearts for something sacred. The one coming next isn't coming to complete you, they're coming to complement you. They're not looking for someone to fill a void, because God already filled theirs. They've been through the same fire, And that fire taught them discernment, humility, and gratitude. They now understand that love isn't about taking, it's about giving, protecting, and growing together. Their heart has been humbled. Their vision has been purified, and their spirit now carries peace instead of chaos. Chosen one, when your paths finally cross, it won't feel like a spark. It'll feel like recognition. You'll feel a divine stillness, a calm that tells your soul, this is safe, this is real, this is what I've been praying for. There will be no confusion, no games, no guessing, just clarity. You won't need to chase because what's meant for you will be magnetically drawn to you. And when you both meet, you'll see the reflection of your own growth in their eyes. You'll see someone who's walked through storms but still carries peace. You'll feel a connection that doesn't demand proof because your spirits will remember each other. It'll be like two puzzle pieces finally fitting after years of searching. Then in that moment, both of you will understand this is why it never worked with anyone else. Every delay was divine. Every heartbreak was holy. Every lonely night was preparation. God wasn't ignoring your prayers. He was perfecting the promise. So keep healing, keep trusting, and keep preparing. Because as God completes the work in you, He's doing the same in them. And when the appointed time comes, your meeting won't just be love, it'll be prophecy fulfilled. Chapter 4. This time, love will feel different. Chosen one. When this next person enters your life, it's not going to look or feel like anything you've experienced before. It won't carry the same confusion, the same emotional highs and lows, or the same need to question your worth. You won't feel anxious wondering where you stand, because their consistency will answer every doubt before it even forms. Their presence will bring peace, not because they're perfect, but because they're intentional. They'll show up with maturity, with prayer, with purpose. This time, love won't be built on chasing or convincing. You won't have to perform to be seen. You won't have to fight for their attention or beg for the bare minimum. They'll see your value without needing reminders, and they'll honor your energy without being told how. The relationship will flow naturally, steady, calm, and divinely aligned, because what's from God doesn't bring confusion, it brings clarity. Chosen one, this connection will not trigger your trauma, it will heal it. It will not remind you of your past pain, it will redeem it. This person will understand that you've been through wars that changed your spirit. They'll handle your heart with gentleness, not pressure. They won't see your silence as distance or your boundaries as rejection. They'll recognize that your guardedness isn't fear. It's wisdom earned through heartbreak. This person will study your soul, not just your smile. They'll listen to understand, not to respond. They'll pray for you when you're quiet and stand beside you when life gets heavy. When the world feels loud, their voice will bring peace. When doubt tries to creep in, their presence will remind you that love still exists. Not the kind that drains, but the kind that restores. You'll notice something different about how this love moves. It won't rush. It won't demand. It will grow in divine timing, brick by brick, moment by moment. You'll build together with patience, with laughter, with grace. You'll feel a divine protection around the connection, like God Himself is guarding it from anything that could destroy it, because He is. Where the last person took your openness for weakness, this one will honor it as strength. Where others made you question your worth, this one will constantly remind you of it. They won't run when you show emotion, they'll lean in. They won't be intimidated by your calling, they'll support it. And instead of competing with your light, they'll help it shine brighter. This love will not just make you feel wanted, it will make you feel safe. It will teach you that love isn't supposed to hurt, it's supposed to heal. It will feel familiar, not because of past pain, but because your souls will remember each other from the prayers you both prayed. And when it happens, you'll look back and realize why God didn't let certain people stay. You'll understand that He was protecting you from counterfeit love to prepare you for covenant love. You'll finally see that what was delayed wasn't denied. It was divine timing. So chosen one, prepare your heart. Don't fear the new just because the old hurt you. The old version of you attracted pain. The healed version of you is about to attract peace. This time it won't break you, it will build you. This time it won't drain you, it will pour into you. This time it won't be almost, it will be answered prayer. Because this time love will feel different. Chapter 5, your healed heart will attract healed love, chosen one. The version of you that went through heartbreak is not the same version that's about to receive this blessing. You've changed, deeply and permanently. You've outgrown the cycle of chasing people who were never meant to stay. You've discovered that your worth was never dependent on who chose you. It was always anchored in who you are. You no longer crave attention. You command respect. You no longer chase validation. You radiate confidence. You've grown past the illusion of needing someone to complete you because you finally realize you are already whole. You've learned that love isn't about losing yourself to prove your loyalty. It's about being seen and valued exactly as you are. You now understand that peace is more precious than presence, and energy is more important than appearances. The love that's coming next is a reflection of this healed version of you. It's not arriving to fix you, it's arriving to match you. God couldn't send this person when you were still bleeding from old wounds, because brokenness attracts brokenness. He needed to restore you first and teach you how to love yourself the way you always loved others. Now your healed energy is sending a signal into the spiritual realm. It's calling in someone who's also done their work, someone who's faced their own demons and learned their own lessons. This connection will not come from desperation or loneliness. It will come from divine alignment. Two healed hearts meeting not because they need each other, but because they choose each other. When they arrive, chosen one, you'll recognize the difference immediately. Their peace will match yours. Their faith will complement your fire. You won't have to beg for effort. They'll meet you halfway without hesitation. You'll feel their intentions before they speak, and their consistency will speak louder than any promise. This will be a relationship rooted in mutual growth and spiritual depth. Two givers, two prayers, two souls, equally surrendered to God's will. The reason you had to spend time alone was because God was detoxing your spirit from what you once thought was love. He had to clear the residue of manipulation, confusion, and emotional dependency so that when the real thing arrived, you could recognize it instantly. Now you're ready. Your healed heart vibrates at a frequency only another healed heart can recognize. You no longer attract chaos. You've become the calm. You no longer attract users. You've learned to discern intentions. You've become the answer to someone's prayer, not by trying harder, but by becoming who you were always meant to be. This is what divine maturity looks like. A heart that doesn't rush, a spirit that doesn't settle, and a soul that knows what's meant for it will never require losing itself again. Because when God heals your heart, He doesn't just restore what was broken, He upgrades what was waiting. And this next love, chosen one, will not just make you happy, it will make you whole. Chapter 6. The last one was a lesson. The next one is a reward, chosen one. You passed the test. You walked through fire and came out refined, not ruined. You faced betrayal, rejection, and heartbreak, and yet you refused to let it turn your heart to stone. You didn't let pain poison your purity. You didn't let disappointment destroy your faith. You still love, still hope, still believe that something divine is coming, and that's exactly why it is. The one coming next isn't just another person. They are a divine reward for your endurance. Every tear, every lonely night, every season of silence was a seed, and now that seed is finally sprouting into something holy. You didn't compromise your values just to fill a void. You didn't chase what wasn't meant for you. You waited on God, and now He's honoring that patience in ways your past self wouldn't even believe. This person will not enter your life to drain you, but to pour into you. They will not compete with your calling. They will complement it. They will not fear your light. They will help you shine brighter. They'll speak life where others spoke doubt. They'll hold your hand when life gets heavy. They'll pray with you, not prey on you. Their presence will bring peace to places inside you that chaos once called home. Chosen one, God had to remove the counterfeit before he could release the covenant. The last one was never meant to destroy you. They were meant to develop you. They revealed your boundaries. They exposed your wounds. They forced you to grow into the version of yourself that's now ready for something real. You had to learn discernment, self-worth, and emotional maturity because this next chapter demands it. The love coming next will be unlike anything you've known. It won't come through confusion or inconsistency. It'll arrive with clarity and confirmation. You'll recognize it not by intensity but by peace. It won't feel like a rush, it'll feel like home. You'll finally understand why every other connection failed, because they were lessons leading you here. The heartbreaks were training your heart to receive something purer, stronger, and rooted in God's timing. You'll look back and realize that the delay wasn't denial, it was divine preparation. God wasn't punishing you, He was protecting you. This is not a rebound, it's restoration. This is not karma, it's kingdom alignment. The last one taught you what love isn't, so this one can show you what love is. They'll see you for who you are, not your past, not your pain, but your purpose. Together you'll build something sacred, something lasting, something heaven-approved. Chosen one, the love that's coming is proof that God saw your tears and turned them into testimony. Every time you cried yourself to sleep, heaven was recording your endurance. And now that endurance has reached maturity, you didn't lose anything. You made space for what was divine. So get ready. The next one won't just love you, they'll cover you. They'll stand beside you as you both walk into destiny. This is not the season of heartbreak, it's the season of harvest. The lesson is over, and the reward has already been released. All that's left is divine timing. And when it arrives, chosen one, it'll make every tear make sense. Chapter 7. God will show you why you had to wait. Chosen one. The wait was never wasted. Every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, every season where it felt like God was silent, it all had a purpose. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. You were being refined in the waiting room of heaven. God wasn't holding something back from you, He was holding something sacred for you. The delay was protection, not denial. The silence was setup, not rejection. When this person arrives, every delay will make perfect sense. The heartbreaks, the false starts, the almosts that never became. You'll finally see why they couldn't stay. You'll realize that God was never ignoring your prayers. He was answering them differently. He was aligning two hearts that needed healing before they could truly meet. He was ensuring that both of you were ready, not half-formed, not half-healed, but whole. Because real love requires readiness, not desperation. This next connection won't come with confusion or mixed signals. It won't feel like chasing or convincing. It'll feel like peace, quiet, sure, and deeply divine. It won't be built on adrenaline. It'll be built on alignment. You won't have to wonder if it's from God, because peace will be your confirmation. It won't feel like fireworks that fade. It'll feel like sunrise, gentle but powerful. Something that grows brighter with time. Chosen one, when this person walks into your life, you'll finally understand the why behind every wait. You'll look back and thank God that certain doors closed, that certain people left, that certain relationships fell apart. You'll realize those endings were actually divine beginnings. You see, God had to let you experience temporary loss to prepare you for eternal gain. He had to strip away what was weak to make room for what was worthy. This person will not break you. They will help you rebuild. They will speak peace where others created chaos. They will see your scars not as flaws but as proof of survival. They'll love you gently, intentionally, and consistently. They won't be intimidated by your calling, they'll protect it. They'll pray over you when you're weary. They'll remind you who you are when life tries to make you forget. You won't have to beg for love. It will flow freely, naturally, and consistently. God was saving this kind of love for a specific time, a time when both of you could love from wholeness, not from wounds. Because the truth is, had it come earlier, you would have mishandled it. You would have mistaken attachment for connection or comfort for calling. But now, after everything you've endured, your discernment is sharp. Your heart is wiser. Your spirit can recognize what's divine. So forgive the waiting. Forgive the process. Forgive yourself for the times you almost gave up. Because everything you thought was falling apart was actually falling into alignment. The divine delay was part of your destiny. God was preparing someone who could love you not for your potential but for your purpose. Someone who doesn't just understand your heart but shares your vision. Chosen one, the next chapter of your love story isn't about pain. It's about promise. It's about restoration, redemption, and divine partnership. The kind of connection that multiplies peace, not pain. When it happens, you'll whisper to yourself, "This is what I was waiting for." And your heart will finally exhale,